There have been a couple angles I've been trying to figure out which way to go at with this video. I could be saying something along the lines of YouTube is becoming more and more of a scarier place, and I don't know where my channel is going to be at any one point in time, if it's going to one day be deleted from the face of this website. I could be bringing up the Kappa thing, which might mean I won't make any sort of profit from my Transformers lore videos, which remains to be my most profitable series. I could be coming at this with the angle of how I really believe that this YouTube stuff is like one of the favorite things I've ever done, ever. It gives me a lot of fulfillment through self-expression and stuff like that, and the fact that I'm able to make money off of it is just very... Basically, I found the thing that I really like to do, and there is the possibility, ever so small, of me being able to do it and support myself, and I figured that if I want to, follow what could be the best option for me, I may as well give it my all and fire on all pistons. Or I could be coming at this video at the angle of that I am just a non-stop content producing machine who wants to make more videos for all you guys, for everything you're interested in and seeing on my channel. And there's all sorts of stuff I want to make, but sometimes I can't really justify it where the channel is standing at right now. And if you want to see the content you really like, the best way to see that persist is through supporting me. So those are the different angles I've been thinking of how I should take this video with. I think all of them are all true, so I'm just going to go with that. It's all true. YouTube's a very scary place, and I don't know how much longer I'll be getting financial support from YouTube as a secondary source of income. I do want to do YouTube on a larger scale at some point in the future if I'm able to get myself on my feet through support from you guys. And frankly, I just want to make as much content as possible that is good, that I like, and that you guys would like, and that anyone who wants to support me in that endeavor is truly welcomed. So that's why I'm announcing a big announcement today, although I've mentioned it before, is that we now have an official Commander Radix Patreon. There are 4 main tiers to that Patreon, and I'll just go through them. For patrons who donate $1 or more per month, you get the name in the description. I will have to say that with tier rewards, I know larger YouTubers do a lot more extravagant rewards because they're already supporting themselves full-time on Patreon. I cannot support myself full-time with YouTube and Patreon, so I can't do more extravagant rewards. But basically, I think that if you're going to be supporting me, you're supporting me out of your general support of my content, support of me. And so I don't think the tiers are going to be the reason you support, but regardless, I'm really grateful for any forms of support I might get. But for tier 1, pledge of $1 per month, you'll get your name in the description. I figured that there's a lot of small things I've seen content creators do that I should be able to do. Like, I can't justify spending like a lot of time doing stuff. For example, I can't justify a patron exclusive Discord channel when I barely have anyone in my own Discord server that's already free and open to the public. I can't really do live streams when I'm very limited to what time I can do live streams for an English speaking audience. And I can't really do Q&A stuff when I don't have enough comments to be picky about Q&A stuff, and I already do community comments, which is my comment response series that I need to collect questions for, so I can't really do that. But I know some content creators put people's names in the description, and I figured the least I can do for someone donating $1 per month is put your username in the description of every main video that comes out that month. For $2 per month, you will get access to a monthly newsletter, which will include a recap of content released that month that you may have missed, and my current thought process and ideas for future content. Basically, I'm intending to put out a lot more content lately. I think that sometimes it might be easy for them to fall through the cracks if you aren't keeping track of everything, and this includes like Calamos Mythos chapters. So if you're a $2 per month patron or higher, you will get the the monthly newsletter where I sort of run down everything that came out, some thoughts, some feelings about those videos, and sort of where I'm thinking of going with the channel in the near future. I'm not necessarily a big, like, this is the, well, if I have big changes planned, then you'll know first there. But I'm thinking more of stuff like, I'm thinking of doing a video on this, what do you guys think about that, and stuff like that. It's not really written in any of the tiers, but I will say patrons kind of have the #1 preference in the order of audience I try to appeal myself to. If let's say I make a decision that nobody on my channel likes, nobody in the comment section likes, but the patrons are okay with, the patrons are giving me more support through their donations, and so I'm going to pay attention more to the patrons. If everyone's hating something and then the patrons are hating it, then I'm gonna back up and rethink some things. I might post on Patreon every now and then, like, I'm thinking of doing this, what do you guys think? Stuff like that. So at the $5 per month tier, you will get early access to main videos as soon as they're complete before their general scheduled release date. Every video I make, I upload, and then I schedule it to be released to the public. Sometimes that could be the next day, sometimes that could be weeks from then. It really depends on how many videos I have in my backlog, especially now since I'm trying to do daily videos. But with early access on Patreon, you won't have to wait for that video to be released. It will be released on Patreon first. And that's something I thought about. I don't really like the idea of putting content I make behind a paywall, but I think if you're really interested in my content and you want to, get it as soon as possible, you can get it with early access. It's not put under a paywall forever because it will eventually be released when it was intended to be released, but you'll get to see it first. Sometimes I might put out a video that can only come out that day, so you won't really get an early access period because it will come out to the general public that day. But for the most part, most of my videos are scheduled. Whenever I schedule a video, I'll put the actual public version. Well, I'll make a version public to the $5 per month or more patrons. And finally, at the $10 per month tier. At this tier, you'll have your name at the end of the video released that month, read by Commander Radix with gratitude. Basically, your name not only will be in the description, it will also show up at the end of the video, and I will read like, "Thank you, 9/11 was an inside job," stuff like that. And $10 might seem a little steep, but at the same time, I have a very high standard of what I put in my content, as far as my own expression is concerned, and putting people's names at the end of the video is kind of a big deal to me. This is selling out to that point, to me at least, so it's a little bit steeper, but your name, you will be shouted out in the video, forever tied to a piece of Commander Radix history. So those are the tiers as they stand right now. Again, I don't think personally that the tiers would be the #1 reason to donate, but hey, if you're really into early access content or the newsletter or having your name at the end of videos, by all means go ahead. But I think most people supporting me are probably going to be supporting me because they support me and the content I make. And I will be really thankful to every single one of you who patrons me. I'm not sure what to expect with this. This Patreon is really an experiment, but we'll see how it goes. So please check my Patreon out. Link is in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will greatly appreciate your support. Like I said, this is a dream for me. YouTube's scary, and things are probably going to change for the worse on YouTube, and who knows if I'll be getting the money I have been getting from YouTube this time next month. And I want to try to put myself on the path to being able to support much more content that you guys are interested in. So yeah, I'm not used to asking for money so blatantly, but I'm just letting you know that this Patreon exists. I feel really strange making this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.